Hey, GetFox here. So I want to give my thoughts on the Mutt blog that released yesterday. What about Mutt 19? We're probably going to gameplay blog later. They talk about more blogs come, so we'll talk about them then. But this might be a little bit on the negative side, unfortunately. I'm not as hyped as, say, you'll hear from a lot of other people. I'm going to talk about why. Basically, Mutt is an MMO now. It's a live service game that Madden talks about, and this is our only expansion of the year. And overall, I didn't feel like this expansion was for me or targeted at me. So really, when you guys are listening to this, kind of filter that through that lens. If this is more for your taste, that's fine. But these are my opinions on the mode, and in my opinion. So I just let me know what you guys think at the end. And now this will take content from your boy Pizza here who did a video. I'll talk about, somebody sent me some nice screenshots of that, so I'll link that below, or not. I sometimes forget, but I'll probably link it below. Same with this blog headline. So just generally check that stuff out. All right, so let's scroll up. Let's make sure it's nice and good for you guys here. All right, so I'm not going to read through this. This is news, but basically I want to talk about my thoughts on what they have to say in this. And again, let me talk. We'll just say this. The problem of Mutt 18 wasn't so much, say, the backbone of the game. I said this on Twitter. It's not like the power-ups, yeah, they're annoying, but the reason we got angry at Mutt was because of the promos and the lack of content, especially lately. That's kind of the biggest deal this year. So a lot of this doesn't go into how lazy they're going to be next year or what kind of content or pack odds. There were no auction house changes talked about, trade set changes. None of the other, like, the what I call the backbone of the game. So, like, this will change with, like, player upgrades, chemistry, solo squads, a little bit of that. But that wasn't our main complaint last year. But let's just go through it, and I'll give you my thoughts on what's to change, what's to come. All right. I want to first talk about the most important thing. So I'm going to scroll. I'm going to put it at the top of the video here. You can, even though we're kind of already 2 minutes into it. All right. So the squads. Let's see that. Solo battles. Yeah, here it is. This is the biggest issue in my mind in 19 that could really affect the game. That's not it. Squads. Where you at? There you are. There will be a sizable force. All right, here it is. You will be able to replay them over and over for consistent coin reward. The squads had a big enough botting issue. You guys are just adding more of one. Really, I hope your bot detection is high for 19. Because this, I can see, just absolutely flooding the market with coins. You're basically telling coin sellers, here's where to go to bot and get coins. You only need one active account and then two side accounts, and then just go through the same repeated commands over and over. You're not even going to change the solos. You're going to give a consistent coin reward. So please look into that, EA. Don't let them bot to farm coins and ruin our market. All right, so next up. Let's go straight to the top on down. Player upgrades. These are power-ups to talk about a big intro. Big shabazz about power-ups. All right, let's go through the issues here. Only power-ups look like they're going to get chemistry. So when we look through Le'Veon Bell, okay, those are power-up players. Here's the images that I sent. Justin Amendola, thank you for these images from your boy Pizza's video. Let's go through the Core Elite Le'Veon Bell. There's just the Steelers cam on him. So you're saying to me, let's go back to the deep dive. There are 50 positions on a roster now. Ah, dang, I can't. All right, here it is. 50 positions on a roster now, instead of, the standard 53 or 55 like a normal NFL. And they all have to be power-ups. Am I reading this correctly? In order to maximize my chemistries, I gotta have 50 goddamn power-ups on my squad. That's gonna be an issue I see people going at when the game drops. And when the game drops, if they don't change this, you'll need all those backups with chems. This is actually going to be good for the low-end card market. So I think card ripping right away because of the amount of backups you need for chem, because of the amount of training chemistry you need to fill those backup positions. I can see a lot of low cards going for a little bit of coins for that purpose. But we'll see what it's balanced out with at the game. All right, let's keep rolling. Roll back to the top with Le'Veon Bell here. All right, so tier 2. What are others? They mentioned they don't know how much refunded we're gonna get for training. Did I just read this to understand what training is. I'm not going to go through and tell you what training points are when you seriously have 2 eyes. Unless you don't, then yeah, you'll probably want me to read it out. A lot of other YouTubers did it. I apologize for the blind people that might be watching. So, I see. All right, that's it. Let's move on to the learn what training is. So we'll see what we get back on training chem points. Because if like you get like 100% of your training chem back or high point, that'll end up destroying the value of those low end cards. Because you'll be able to go back and forth with training through the whole year once you power down. So let's move on to the Brawler Chem. They have a lot of chemistry options here. These are not done. The card art is still looking trash. You don't pull this out of a pack. Maybe I'm super nitpicky on this, but this border here, have you ever seen a border like that? Okay, maybe there's been a border like that out of some wacky cards before, but that's not like when I'm opening packs here on Mutt. These aren't the kind of things that are being pulled out. No, give me a square border back. Let me look for the Brawler Chem. Where'd it go? Son of a gun. Oh, wait. It was in your boy Pizzas. And let's go to... that's the revert cost. Oh, yeah, this is another thing I didn't like. 0 coins. It will cost 0 coins to refund. I'm nervous that this is included here. This is included in the power down. Are we going to have to pay for power downs? Why would you even include that line? But it's cool. We're getting the core elite back. Ooh, you guys can't really see that, can you? Like this. All right, challenge the CPU. Where are the other ones? Solo battles. We talked about it. I like this. I like this Mutt draft here. It's slowly getting smaller and smaller as the years move on. Like I imagine this is gonna be like half that next year, and then it's gonna be like a pixel down here in the corner in 21, and then gone in 22. I'm being tongue in cheek there, but yeah, I can see that. Where you at? Where you at, Brawler Chem? Son of a bitch. Maybe I missed you. Scrolling back and forth on the blog, not going well. Oh, there it is. I guess we can. Can you guys see that? Balance down, no. Tier 1, Tier 2 requires 10 players. That's not too bad for Balanced Dough. That's not too bad at all. All right. Well, basically what I want to talk about, I think it was in Pizza's video. There's a Brawler Chem that gives you +1 speed, but you got to have 20 guys. So, yeah, you're going to have to get a lot of backups with a lot of chem to add on. Here's the thing, like, I don't want to be completely negative. This is kind of cool, building your own roster. I think this is going to be great because it focuses your team around one thing, which, I mean, I think will add more depth to the mode. Basically, if you want to become a running team, you build your entire team around the run block chemistry, and you absolutely cheese the shit out of the run. That's what football's about, is really getting guys. This is what Belichick does great. He might not get the greatest talent guys, but he gets guys that fit his scheme. That's I like that they're adding that depth. Don't get me wrong. All right, so I think also requiring base elites right here. We consume this upgrade requires a player item which will be consumed. Requiring base elites instead of training chem is an absolute slap in the face. They shouldn't require base elites to get to the highest card. Balance it with a training cost, but I think they're just going to keep that slap in the face. I don't like it at all. I think it could be definitely improved to add more flexibility. They didn't mention anything about limited time cards or master set cards and how they've solved that problem. So that's still an unsolved problem. Maybe they'll come up with something with the training points. The training, I would suggest making, say Le'Veon Bell gets a master 95. Then you have to get the master card or MasterCard out of your checking account and just buy it. But or basically take the training points from your current overall power up, add a bunch more training points, and then you can basically get the MasterCard. I didn't see anything about that. Did you guys? I think that's just the easy way of going about it, the upgrade. So that's I think the way it should go. Anyways, so basically every card in the game is going to have this upgrade stuff. A lot of extra stuff. That's kind of cool. And customizing your team around whatever player you want. You don't have to basically be stuck with one on the chems and stuff. That's positive. I wonder how they're going to do chemistry and salary cap. I saw they did. I mean, they are going to take chemistry. See the salary cap icons there? You guys can see that, right? So the chemistry will add to the salary cap. It looks like 0, 0, 0. One thing what's really cool about this chemistry abilities, Players need to be a certain overall or have a specific attribute, a certain rating threshold in order to have that ability to appear in the bank of chemistry choices. Talked about this on Twitter yesterday. That'll be nice because like players maybe will have to get to like 95 tackling before they get secure tackler. That's amazing. So Amos will no longer be a perfect tackler with like 75 tackling. I think that's a very good addition and solution to our ability problem. We'll see. These again, I know Texas mentioned in this video. These are probably just there for show at the moment. I like the way the menus look. I just need them to look or to act responsive. I don't want there to take time in my binder for it to load and think. Give it to me. MLB improved their binder management incredibly this year. No longer takes an hour to get through the binder. MUT needs to upgrade too. Make your menus snappy fast. All right, so let's move on. What's up? What's up next? Levels are back. This is something that I'm sure people have talked about. Levels are back. We'll see what they go to. Level 12, 91 overall. So that's kind of neat. Let's go to the Weekend League solo battles. All right, solo battles. They're excited to talk about solo battles. This is like a big feature they added. The CPU. We'll just go through this first. Play versus CPU and squads, as I was going to say. But my biggest concern about this is, it's not really for me, so this is kind of through my lens, and it's more for the grinders that maybe don't want to play online but still want to compete. I'm not sure there are a ton of those people, but people like that in FIFA, so it's good to be basically FIFA's get their hand-me-downs, right? Not exactly. There's no innovation here. Why aren't we doing things in Madden first and FIFA borrowing from us? Maybe they have, but it feels like we borrowed too many things from FIFA and not come up with our own shit. All right, so Monday, new solo battle week begin. Featured opponent plus first 4 games available. All right, so basically you're grinding these 12 games. I think there's another one, the featured opponent or something. Oh, yeah, so 13 games. You're grinding 13 games a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I feel like that's going to grow stale after a while for people that are grinding. Like, if EA, please do not let your solo solution come down to this battle every week. This will be like boss battles and people grow tired of it. Make sure a journey, make sure a gauntlet, make sure promos still have solos. I really do think they will. Like I said at the top of this video, the promos and everything really make or break this game and the MUT experience, the new cards that come out with the new stats. I want them to better balance stats. Obviously, I'd want over 100 stats to work in them for us to get cards like that. Then I don't think they're going to do that. That's still something I think that's on the gameplay team to fix. And the gameplay team has so many things to fix. I don't know how high that is on their priority list. It should be pretty decently high. But yeah, so that's kind of it. The featured opponent, it's kind of neat. They'll grab your roster and basically make it a featured opponent for that week. Or they'll basically promote the Antos, QJB, YouTubers that don't have coin deals, and then competitive guys as a featured opponent. Like, I'm guessing a competitive guy, when he wins the tournament, is going to be a featured opponent for that week. It just makes a lot of sense. So that's coming into next year. I think that's a fine improvement. It's a nice way of getting the community to hate all on one person at once. All right, so yeah, I think that's kind of I had a few notes on this. I worry that these solo battles are going to be sim mode all Madden. Man, does that suck. Texas even mentioned that. And yeah, have fun. Grinders that like to do this on multiple accounts, good luck. I hope the RNG is with you on those sim all Madden solos, because man, is it wild. I think that's it. I probably missed a couple notes here, but I think that's all I want to do for the video. We've gone on long enough, ranted, raved. I am excited for next year's game, don't get me wrong. I think I'm looking more forward to the gameplay. This one didn't exactly tickle my fancy. It made some improvements, didn't really innovate like I want Madden to do. I want Madden to provide us new experiences. I think I oftentimes go too hard on Madden and wanting those new experiences for myself and wanting them to innovate. Maybe it's harder than it seems to code this stuff, which I completely agree, or to come up with it. So solo battles, good for the solo people. Just again, like I said at the top, not for me. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments how much you disagree with me and how awesome solo battles are going to be. And squads versus the CPU. It's gonna be great. Oh, I didn't even mention these things. Sorry, I have a note about these things. I can't believe I didn't mention them. Wow, holy crap. This was implemented poorly. They should have talked to me before you do something like this. You just need subs like you had in Madden 07. Show the formations that are in their playbook. Just make a menu, show your formation in the playbook, and then show your roster, and you can put players where they want. You did it in a game, maybe even older than that. 15 years ago, you had it in your game. It must not take up that much memory for you to be able to fit that onto like a CD-ROM back in Madden 2002. Or NCAA had it too. So this overall, cool. I still think I'm going to use the sub menu, but we'll see if this ends up working out well for us. All right, let's scroll down, make sure I didn't miss anything else. Chemistry is going to work for all those backups. Oh, contracts are gone. People love that. They essentially eliminated them 18 with the quick solos, weekly 2,500 contracts. But that's really nice for a lot of people. They're kind of pumped about contracts no longer being a tax on the no money spent guys. So good. Contracts are gone. One less thing to worry about. Basically, for the high money spenders, it's basically a guilt number. And for the low end guys, it is a drain. So it's really, see ya. We don't care about you, even though you had very little effect on us, at least for the last little bit with the solos. So that's it. Now you guys can rant at me in the comments. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I'll see you tomorrow.